Lisa here with Rocky Mountain Mind Body Therapy, bringing to you today's chair yoga class. Welcome all Hope Light chair yogis and friends and family and fellow YouTubers. So we'll go ahead and begin. First I want to say is we go through this practice, be sure to listen to your body. If something doesn't feel quite right, feel free to modify or just skip the pose or the exercise and join up with us on the next exercise. And so today we will be using for props a chair and a mat if you have one. If you don't have a mat, be sure the chair is on something that's non-skid. You want to make sure, you want to test that out, make sure the chair isn't going to skid, because we'll be coming behind the chair and leaning into the chair. And also, if you have an old belt or a strap, or you can even get a towel and roll it up lengthways and use that for a strap. And finally, you might want to grab like a blanket and roll it up, and we'll use that later on. So let's go ahead and come to our chairs. And I know, chairs are going to be all different sizes. I mean, ultimately, your knees should be like at a 45 or 90 degree angle. So let's scoot all the way back in the chair and placing the hands on top of the thighs, either palms facing down or palms facing up. And gently close your eyes and just draw attention to your breath. Just take the shoulders up and back and down, maybe roll them a few times. And then just settle in. Noticing the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. So today's intention for our practice is taken from Edward Bowen's sermon last Sunday. It was such a good lesson, I had to incorporate it into today's lesson as a reminder. Isaiah 43. But now, this is what the Lord says, He who created you, Jacob, He who formed you, Israel. Do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. So just continuing to breathe that in, allowing it to soak into your bones. Do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. So this is an indication and a reassurance that God knows us personally by name. He knows our struggles and fears during this time. And then Ed went on to say, during this time we also, we hear so much gloom and doom, we also might need to do some self-talk, like David did in Psalms 42. When David said, "Why am I discouraged? Why is my heart so sad? I will put my hope in God. I will praise Him again, my Savior and my God." So let's go ahead and open our eyes. And we're going to exhale our chin towards our chest. And then inhale, right ear towards right shoulder. And exhale, chin towards chest. And then inhale, left ear towards left shoulder. And exhale, chin towards chest. And then again, inhale to the right side. And exhale, center. Inhale to the left side. And exhale, center. And then inhale, head neutral. And smile. And exhale, looking over the right shoulder. Exhale, center. Inhale over the left shoulder. And exhale, center. All right, let's go ahead and scoot up a little ways. Take the feet out. You might want to, bring the feet out to the sides of the mat if you have one. Then we're going to come into our seated spinal circles, inhaling forward and exhale, rounding the back. And inhale forward, exhale, round the back. And you can make your circles as big or as small as you like. Moving the spine in all different directions, which sends the synovial fluid on all sides of the vertebral discs. You know what they say, motion is lotion. And then pause in reverse direction, inhaling forward and exhale, rounding the back. And make your circles smaller and smaller. Oh, there's that squeak in that chair. Coming back to stillness. And next we're going to come into cat-cows, so arching the back slightly, and I'll sit sideways so you can see what I'm doing better. So arching the back, looking slightly up, and then exhale, rounding the back into cat. So inhale, arching into cow pose, and then exhale, round into cat. With the breath. So good for the spine. Really good exercise for the lower back. And coming back to neutral spine. And now we'll take our palms out in front of us, facing up, and inhale to the side, and exhale, center. Inhale, side, exhale, center. And now we're going to pretend like we have those teacups in our hands full of tea. It's not going to be too hot because I'll probably spill mine. Inhale to the side. And then on up, bringing the fingertips in the center, and then exhale, coming down, fingertips, center, around the waist, and then send them on back. And then inhale up, fingertips center overhead, like I dream a genie, and exhale down. And we'll just do a few more of those with the breath, inhaling up. And exhaling down. Oops, I think I spilled some tea. I have a feeling I'm going to be covered in tea before this is over with. And one more time, inhaling up. And exhaling down. And then go ahead and shake that out. And we're going to do our little foot exercise that I demonstrated last time we met. So we're going to try to, well, first let's just raise the toes up and down. And then you might as well do the fingers too. And then take the feet out and flex the toes. curl the toes, curl the fingers. And might as well sit back and we'll circle the wrists and the ankles. First one way, then the other way. All right, so, and then we'll sit back up in the chair, and then heel toe the feet to the side, and then back. And we'll just do that several times, real fast. This mat is not a good mat. Woo! Okay, shake it out. And then we're going to look at the toes, and we're going to try to piano the toes. So taking the pinky toe down first, and then maybe the middle toes, and then the big toe. And then try to raise the pinky toe, and then the big toe. And then big toe down, middle toes, and then big toe up. So I'll try to do that on both feet. As you can see, I'm not really as good at this as Christina Moraz. She was my chair yoga instructor from Holy Yoga. She could piano her feet really good, her toes. So why are we exercising our toes? So our toes plays a big role in helping with our balance. And so most of the time, I mean, we've grown up with our feet in casts, you know, in shoes, and we don't really get the exercise, you know, with the toes. A good book is Whole Body Barefoot, and I can't remember the author, but it was really a good book about, you know, the importance of our feet and developing the muscles, you know, in our feet to help with balance. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we're going to take the, let's see, right knee over to the side, or the right leg. So you want the right foot pointed sideways, and then maybe come up on the edge of the chair. You might have to play with this a bit, sending the left leg out to the side. So coming into Warrior Two, bringing the arms parallel above the earth. And we're going to flip the palms over and then down. So this is supine, palms up, and prone down, facing down. And then circle the arms. And then bring the right forearm above the right knee. Extend that left hand up. And you don't want much weight. You don't want to just lean on that thigh. You want just light weight, or no weight at all, actually. So left arm goes up at an angle, and we're going to circle. This is clockwise. Circle one way, and then the other. And then we're going to flow back and forth, inhaling the right hand up in exalted warrior or reverse warrior. And then exhale, side angle. And then inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. And just flowing back and forth a few times. You hear this creaky chair. And then one more time, inhaling reverse, and exhale, side angle. Good. So let's go ahead and heel toe back in. This time, we're going to take the left foot to the side and extend that right foot out. And bring the arms up. Warrior Two pose. So Warrior Two pose, they say, is a good pose to help give you confidence, because what you feel in your body, it also plays on your emotions. So especially during this time, if you need some confidence or some strength, go to Warrior Two pose. And then go ahead and bring the left forearm above the left knee, extend that right arm up. And then exhale, circle. And reverse direction. And then inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. And flowing back and forth. And one more time, reverse. And extended side angle. And then coming back down, heel to the feet together. And we're ready to, let's see, grab a strap and do the arm stretches like the Marines do. Let's see, I think it was Charlie that told us that. So taking the strap out, or the rolled up towel, or belt, whatever you have. This happens to be a belt. If it has a buckle, be sure and hold the buckle in one hand so it doesn't bonk you in the head. And we're going to inhale up and exhale down. So Silver Sneaker's recommendation for this is to keep the arms slightly in front for seniors. You don't want to take it up overhead like that, straight up overhead. Unless you've been doing it and you're comfortable with it. In class, we've been inhaling up and then around the back. But we're not going to do that today because I don't know if everybody has a belt long enough. This isn't really long enough for me to do that. So inhale up and exhale down. And then we're going to inhale up and just be creative. Do some figure eights or whatever you want to do. Maybe circle one way, circle the other way. And then set that to the side. And time to grab a drink. So let's go ahead and grab a drink. I hope you already have yours available. If not, you can pause the video, hit the space bar, run and get a drink, and then come back, hit the space bar, and it should continue to play. Okay, so we'll come to the back of the chairs. Take the chair up to the top of the mat. I'm going to move my phone, make sure I don't step on it. And we're going to place the right foot up right behind the chair and step back on the left foot. And we're going to take the left foot at a 45-degree angle. So, in other words, the feet are going to look like that. So coming into Warrior One, and the front knee, the right knee, bends and stacks above. I hope you can see this. I'll move the chair. So you want to take the feet wide on the mat. Left knee stacked above the left ankle. Right. This is your right. Okay. And then the back foot is a 45-degree angle. And then holding on to the back of the chair. And if you want to play with your balance, you can send one hand up, maybe both hands up. And engage the core to help with balance. Bend the elbows. I'll move the chair back up. Cactusing the arms. And then place the hands on the back of the chair. Then we're going to shift our feet, so step back on the left foot and straighten both legs. And you want a little micro bend in the knees. So we're coming into pyramid pose, stretching out the hamstrings. And then hinge at the hips and lean forward. And you'll feel a nice stretch. I'll do this sideways so you can see. So both legs relatively straight. Hinge at the hip, keep the back straight. And you should feel a nice stretch in that right hamstring. And don't put too much weight on your chair, depending on the chair that you have. This is not a typical silver sneaker chair that you can lean on. So I don't know what you have at home, so just use caution. So really breathe into that stretch. And then bend both knees and step back up. And then this time, just take it to the side. So the left foot forward and then right foot back. Right foot's at an 45-degree angle. So bend the front knee, stack it above the front ankle, the left ankle. And then engage the core. And maybe test your balance. Maybe sending one arm up, maybe the other arm up. Feeling the strength in your legs to hold you up. This is another confidence pose, warrior one. So you want to pretend also that you have headlights on your hip bones, and you want your hip headlights to shine forward in this. So to do that, you need to take your feet out like on railroad tracks as opposed to a balance beam. And then exhale, cactus arms if you have your hands up. And then inhale, hands back to the chair. And then reposition the feet, maybe step that back foot closer. And shift the weight to the back leg. Both legs are relatively straight, hinge at the hip, and coming into our pyramid pose. So this time the left leg is forward. And breathe into that nice hamstring stretch on the left leg. Inhaling deeply through the nose, exhaling deeply through the nose. Using our full lung capacity. Sometimes we don't exercise our lungs enough, unless you go running or walking or biking. And then bend both knees and come on up. And now we'll take the chair back. And I'm going to step to your right side of the chair. And resting a hand on the chair, we're going to shift our weight to the right foot, spread the right toes wide, and then pick up our left foot and circle the ankle, first one way, then the other. And then pretend like you have a marker in between your toes, and that you're going to draw a figure 8 on the floor. So continuing to breathe during balance poses. Sometimes we hold our breath while we're balancing. And then reverse direction. And you can have the chair resting, or the hand resting on the chair, or maybe take it off, testing your balance, engaging the core. And then go ahead, step down, shake that out. And we'll come to the side of the chair, facing it, and then place the hands on the chair. So make sure, again, that you have a stable chair to do this. So we're going to send our left hand up and right leg up. And then down, and then the opposite. And just going back and forth, moving nice and slow. It's those transitions, you don't want to lose your balance in. So move slowly in this. And then go ahead and come on up and shake it out. Walking over to the other side. So resting the right hand on the chair, shifting the weight to the left foot, spread the left toes wide, and take the right foot up, circle the ankle. And you want to make sure, I caught myself, you want to make sure you don't have the hip sticking out like a valley girl hip. You want that hip in line. And then come into our figure eights. So what this exercise does, not only helps with balance, it also works those little inner muscles in the hips, little stabilizer muscles to help with balance. And then reverse traction. And you can bring your hands together in prayer hands if you're really brave. And then go ahead, place the foot down, shake that out. And we'll do some more bird dog poses. So this time we're going to take the right hand up, left leg up, and then down, and then the opposite, and down. Moving nice and slow. Okay, and then coming on up, shaking that out. And now, normally we do push-ups behind the chair, but since I don't know what kind of chairs everybody has, we're going to take it to the wall. It's more stable. So first we're going to come up to the wall, and you want to be arm's distance away, and then walk on back. So keeping the arms relatively straight, slight bend in the elbows. You want to hinge at the hips, keep the back straight, which will bring the ears between the biceps. Coming into down dog. And I love doing down dog against the wall because, I don't know, it seems like it gives a better stretch on your shoulders. And then inhale, straighten the body, coming into plank pose. So you're leaning against the wall. If you feel unstable and like you need to move up a little bit, feel free. And then keeping the elbows out. So you want the eyes of the elbows facing up. So the creases of the elbows, you want to turn upward. And then exhale, bending the elbows, coming into tricep push-up. So inhaling up and exhaling down. And inhaling up, exhale down. And we'll do, I'll just give you a little bit of time, so if you want to do any of these, you can. Inhaling up, exhaling down. So keeping the core strong, or the tummy strong and engaged during this. And then coming up, and then hinge at the hips, coming back into down dog. to take the hands a little wider, and you want the eyes of the elbows facing each other. And we'll come into bicep push-ups. So inhaling up, exhaling down. So 4 more if you're up for it. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. And then bring the hands closer together and hinge at the hips, coming back into down dog. And then inhale back up. And then eyes of the elbows up. So we do tricep push-up. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale up. Exhale, bicep push-up. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. And inhale up. Exhale, tricep push-up. Hugging the elbows in. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale up. Exhale, elbows come out. Bicep push-up. Inhale up. And exhale, down dog. And then inhale up. And stepping on up. Woo! And shaking it out. And grab a drink. So, normally at this point, we do our chair yoga dance, but with YouTube restrictions on playing other people's music, I'm going to refer you to see Sherry Zach Morris chair yoga dance. She has some great ones. So I'll also email the link if you want the link. Please message me or send me an email, and I'll send you the link to Sherry Zach Morris chair yoga dance. She has some really good ones, to the Bee Gees music and Garth Brooks. They're really great. So also, if you would please look down at the bottom of the screen, and I can't remember if it's on the right or left, there's a like button. If you like this video and want more, please hit the like button, and then also the subscribe button. So anyway, we'll come into our, let's do eagle pose. So we're going to cross, let's see, the right foot over, and if you want to wrap, if it's accessible and you can wrap the leg around and hook the toe, that's fine. Otherwise, you can just tug in like that. So taking the arms out, and the left elbow over the right, or you can just press together if you can't do that. And then you can hug the back of the hands in close to each other, or maybe do the full wrap palm to palm. So inhaling up and exhaling down, then inhaling up and exhale down. So what this pose does, it's really good to move the lymph in your system, which helps with your immune system. So it's a great exercise to do every day, especially during this time. And then go ahead and unwind, shake that out, and then the opposite leg goes over, and hugging in, or maybe hooking the toe. And then, so this time the right elbow goes over the left, either back to back or palm to palm, inhaling up, exhaling down. There's that creaky chair. So go ahead and unwrap. And now we will take a belt or strap or towel and extend the right leg, moving into pigeon pose. And then cross the, let's see, you want to hook the strap or the towel around the left heel. And then let's just take the left ankle up and down the right shin. So the goal is to get the left ankle above the right knee, like so. But if that's not accessible, you can always just hold it below the knee. So what we're aiming for is a stretch in the outer left hip. So you're stretching the piriformis muscle, which lies above the sciatic nerve. So by doing this pose, pigeon pose, and you want to flex the toes to protect the knee. So by doing this pose, it helps most forms of sciatica. And then sit up tall. If you want a deeper stretch, lean forward slightly. So coming back to your breath as we sit in pigeon pose.